dear students who are watching the class live and who will watch later. All of you are welcome to online class 8 organized by Afghanistan Model School. In previous days, I gave you some information about different items, but today, before entering into my classroom, I have received some phone call and they requested me to give some information on suffixes and prefixes. Yes, it is the new item for the class 8. You have not introduced earlier about suffixes and prefixes. You might be informed about suffixes and prefixes in the classroom. Now I am going to start suffixes and prefixes. Before starting this item, first I am going to give you some information about parts of speech. All of you know that the words that can express a meaning is called parts of speech. And if I classify the parts of speech, I can find 8 kinds of parts of speech. What are they? Noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. You know the name of the parts of speech, but now I am going to tell you why I have written these parts. Every and each word of English has a root word. Every and each word of English has a root word. Root word means the word which cannot be made small. I cannot erase any kind of letter from the root word. Just like realize, real. It is called the root word because if I erase R, the rest of the letters cannot express any kind of meaning. If I erase L, it is not a word at all. So, it is the root word. I can make other parts of speech by adding some letters before or after the root word. I can use new parts of speech of real by adding new letters before or after the word. এই রুট ওয়ার্ডটা হচ্ছে এই রুট ওয়ার্ডটাকে আর সংক্ষিপ্ত করা যায় না। যে শব্দটাকে আর সংক্ষিপ্ত করা যায় না, যে শব্দ থেকে কোনো বর্ণ তুলে দিলে আমার ওইটা আর শব্দ থাকে না, সেটাই হচ্ছে রুট ওয়ার্ড। এই রুট ওয়ার্ডের আগে অথবা পরে কিছু বর্ণ যোগ করে আমি নতুন শব্দ তৈরি করতে পারি। এই আগে এবং পরে আমি যে সমস্ত বর্ণ যোগ করে নতুন শব্দ তৈরি করতে পারি, যদি আগে যোগ করি তখন সেটার নাম হবে প্রিফিক্স, আর যদি রুট ওয়ার্ডের পরে যোগ করি তখন সেটার নাম হবে হচ্ছে সাফিক্স। এখন আসো, রিয়েল ইজ এ রুট ওয়ার্ড, ইট হ্যাজ এ পার্টস অফ স্পিচ। রুট ওয়ার্ড হ্যাজ এ পার্টস অফ স্পিচ। I can make new words by adding prefixes or suffixes with the root word. I have written some name of the parts of speech. I have written the name of the parts of speech. Here, I cannot make new word or I cannot add any prefix or suffix with pronoun. You know all types of pronoun. with pronoun, I cannot add any kind of suffix or prefix. And with the use of suffixes or prefixes with another partial speech, I cannot make a pronoun. So, whenever I will teach you suffix and prefix, I will not use any kind of pronoun. I will not use any kind of preposition, conjunction, and interjection. Because these partial speech cannot be made by using suffixes or prefixes. I can only make a noun or an adjective or a verb or adverb by adding suffixes or prefixes. I can add suffix or prefix with noun and then I can make it adjective, or I can make it adverb, or I can make it verb. By rotation, I can use suffix or prefix with adjective and then I can make a noun or a verb or an adverb. With verb, I can also use suffix and prefix and make the rest of the partial speech. So, what is the result? I can use suffix or prefix with these 4 partial speech. That is noun, adjective, verb and adverb. And I can also make this partial speech. আমি নাউনের সাথে সাফিক্স বা প্রিফিক্স যোগ করে আমি অ্যাডজেক্টিভ তৈরি করতে পারি, ভার্ব তৈরি করতে পারি অথবা অ্যাডভার্ব তৈরি করতে পারি। বাট আমি কিন্তু অ্যাডজেক্টিভ নাউনের সাথে প্রিফিক্স সাফিক্স যোগ করে প্রোনাউন তৈরি করতে পারবো না, প্রিপোজিশন তৈরি করতে পারবো না, কনজাংশন অথবা ইন্টারজেকশন কোনোটাই তৈরি করতে পারবো না। আবার ওই প্রোনাউন, প্রিপোজিশন, কনজাংশন বা ইন্টারজেকশনের সাথে সাফিক্স বা প্রিফিক্স যোগ করা যায় না, যোগ করে এগুলো তৈরি করা যাবে না। সো for understanding suffix or prefix much more effectively, you should know these 4 parts of speech. Okay? এবং আমি অবশ্যই একটা রুট ওয়ার্ডের সাথে এই সাফিক্স বা প্রিফিক্স গুলো যোগ করব। রুট ওয়ার্ডের সাথে সাফিক্স অথবা প্রিফিক্স যোগ করে আমি এই 4টা পার্টস অফ স্পিচ তৈরি করতে পারি। এখন now I am going to give you some information about suffix or prefix. Prefix, that means prefixes. These prefixes are used before the root word. A root word, I will use prefix before the root word. প্রিফিক্স সবসময়ই মূল যে শব্দটা তার আগে বসে, প্রিফিক্স মূল শব্দের পূর্বে বসে নতুন পার্টস অফ স্পিচ তৈরি করে। ইট মে বি অপোজিট ওয়ার্ড or it may be another parts of speech, just like noun, adjective, verb or adverb. I can make 4 parts of speech by adding prefixes or suffixes. Prefixes, these letters will be added before the root word all time, and suffixes will be added after the root word. Suffixes will be added after the root word. Okay, just like this. Educate is the root word. You cannot make it short. You cannot erase any letter from this word, because if you erase any letter from this word, then it will express no meaning. It will not be a word at all. Now, educate is the root word, and all of you know that the partial speech of educate is verbs. Okay? Now, you can make this root word another partial speech also. It is the verb, and if you want to make it a noun, then you will use ION, education. I have used ION. These 3 letters have been used to make it a noun. So these 3 letters are suffixes. I have used these three letters after the root word. Okay? যে সমস্ত বর্ণ root word এর পরে বসে নতুন পার্টস স্পিচ তৈরি করবে সেগুলোকে বলা হয় suffixes. Education, it is noun. If you want to make it adjective, you can use IVE. Educative, 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 educative. It is adjective. So, by adding suffixes after the root word, I can make another parts of speech. What are the parts of speech? Noun, adjective, verb, or adverb. Okay? And if you want to use prefixes, then educated, you know, it is an adjective. Educated. At the same time, it is the verb 3 form of educate, the past participle form of educate. All of you know that the action of past participle can be used as an adjective also. Educated is an adjective. Now you are using uneducated. So these two letters are prefixes. I have used an before the root word. Okay? So I have prefixes to make it an opposite word. Okay? So you can clearly understand that prefixes are used before the root word and suffixes are used after the root word. Okay? And what is the activity? What is the act of prefixes and suffixes? The act of prefixes and suffixes are to make the words of different parts of speech. And what are these different parts of speech? Noun, adjective, verb, and adverb. I can make only these 4 parts of speech by adding suffixes or prefixes. Okay? Most of the prefixes are used to make opposite parts of speech. Just like educated, uneducated. It is an opposite word of educated. Most of the prefixes that I will write now will make opposite word, opposite meaning. Now, dears, first I am going to give you information about prefixes. Please, I am giving you a suggestion that please open your exercise book and write down the list of the prefixes first. The letters that can be used as prefixes, now I am giving these prefixes. A. All of you know that A has a meaning and A is an article, but here I will use A as prefix. And what type of meaning it will express? A কেমন ধরনের অর্থ প্রকাশ করে? আমি তোমাকে বলেছি এটা একটা আর্টিকেল, কিন্তু আজ আমি এখানে এটাকে ব্যবহার করব কি হিসাবে? প্রিফিক্স হিসাবে। I will use this letter before a root word and it will make a word of different meaning. Okay? A. This will express negative meaning. This will express negative meaning, not or negative, any negative meaning. A will be used for expressing negative meaning. Okay? Look at the word moral. Noitic. All of you know the meaning of moral. Okay? Moral, noitic. It is the root word. If I want to make it to express the negative meaning, then what can I do? Amoral. Amoral. A is used before the word moral, and it has made a meaning, opposite meaning, negative meaning. Amoral. Moral has another negative words, immoral, but I will use a to make moral a negative or opposite meaning, to make the meaning opposite. A moral, then new, I can use a new, then loud, loud, tibro, allowed, allowed. Please write the words. Political, political, political. I will make the negative word of political. What will be? Apolitical. Political has also another negative word, non-political. But if the question setter write the sentence just like this, it is an dash organization, organization. It is an dash organization. The root word will given political, political. Here you cannot use non-political. You know political, the opposite meaning, non-political. You cannot use non-political here because I have used n as article. So the word that you will write here should be started with vowel, or the pronunciation of the word should be like a vowel. So you should write here, it is an apolitical organization. Apolitical, that means arajnaitik. Here I have made this political. Political is an adjective. Political is an adjective, and I have made this adjective opposite to adjective, apolitical. Apolitical. Here I have used a as prefix. Another words, taste, taste, astic. I can make it an opposite word, atheist, atheist. So here a is expressing the negative meaning as a prefix. So a can be used as a prefix to make opposite meaning of the given word. Okay? যে প্রদত্ত যে শব্দগুলো তোমার থাকবে সেই শব্দগুলোকে বিপরীত শব্দ তৈরি করতে আমি এটাকে ব্যবহার করতে পারি, বা নাবোধক অর্থ প্রকাশ করতে আমি এটাকে ব্যবহার করতে পারি। A can be used in another form. Here A will be used to express the position, to express the position or state. It will be used for expressing the state or process, or in the way of, in the process of, এই পদ্ধতিতে, in or at, for expressing the meaning of in or at, A can be used. How? Look at the words bed. Bed. It is a noun. সে বিছানায় শয্যাগত. It is this state or position. I will use abate. I will use abate. The sentence was I was on bed. I was on bed. Or it is my position. I can erase on. I can write I was abate. It is my position. It is my state. So a can be used to express the state or to express the meaning of in, at, or on. Also, okay. Abate, sleep. Sleep. It is a verb. If I want to express his position, his condition, his situation, I can say asleep. It is an adjective. Asleep. Okay? I have used a to express the position of someone, to express the condition of someone. Okay? So, a can be used to express the state or to express the meaning of in, at, or on. Okay? First a was used for expressing negative meaning. Second a has been used to express the state. Okay? Now, anti. Anti. It is a prefix, and why can I use anti? What is the meaning of, what type of meaning will be expressed if I use anti before a word? What type of meaning can be used? Look at anti, that means against, against, বিরুদ্ধে, against, against অর্থে বা কারো বিরুদ্ধে অর্থে আমরা anti বসাতে পারি, against অথবা opposite to, opposite, not only opposite, opposite to. So, or sometimes I can also use anti to express the meaning of prevent, preventing, preventing. So this anti can be used for expressing these three types of meaning. Look at the word, please. Corruption. 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 You, all of you know the meaning of corruption. If I want to prevent corruption, then for expressing the meaning of preventing, the word may be anti-corruption. 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 This is a word, and it is also expressing a meaning. The root word was corruption, and before corruption I have used anti. Okay? So anti can be used to express the meaning of against, opposite to, or preventing something. Okay? Social. Social. You can write antisocial. Antisocial. Okay? So first you should try to understand what type of meaning can be expressed by using a prefix. Okay? So anti can be used to express the meaning of against, opposite to, or preventing. Okay? Now dears, first I have forgotten, this anti can be used with a noun, noun or adjective. Anti can be used with a noun or adjective and make it different. Corruption is a noun, social is an adjective. Anti can be used with a noun and adjective. Anti যে প্রিফিক্সটা, এই প্রিফিক্সটা ব্যবহৃত হতে পারে কোনো নাউন অথবা কোনো অ্যাডজেক্টিভের সাথে, এছাড়া আর কারোর সাথে nt প্রিফিক্সটা যোগ হতে পারে না। I have already forgotten I have not given you the information of using nt can be used with noun or adjective. So that I gave you the information before, but I have not written, I have not given you information with which word, what type of parts of speech can you use a can be used with noun, adjective or adverb. A can be used with noun, adjective or adverb. Okay, now dears, first a was used to make an opposite word. Second a was used to make the situation, to make an adjective. Second a, state, or it will express the meaning of in, at, on, this type of preposition. But nt was used to express the meaning of against. Now dears, I am going to give you another prefix al. Al. This al will be added with a root word. Al will be added with a root word. And what type of meaning will it express? What type of meaning can al express? Al will express the meaning of to or all, sab or prati, towards, prati. Al will express the meaning of to or all. Okay, how? Look at the word please. Most. Most. I can write it almost. Try, most, almost. Right, R-I-G-H-T, right. You can write it all right. All right. Most is the root word. Right is the root word. Mighty, M-I-G-H-T-Y, mighty. Then almighty, almighty, সকল ক্ষমতার অধিকারী, সব শক্তিধর. So this al is expressing the meaning of all. Okay, though the meaning is same, although, okay, here I have used the prefix al with most, right, most, almost, right, all right, mighty, almighty, though, although, and it is expressing the meaning of to or all. সবাইকে একসাথে বলছে together, all together, together. You can write a new word, all together. Meaning is same. All together. Okay? Now, al can be used to express the meaning of to or all with the root word. And what type of parts of speech can be perfect? What type of parts of speech are perfect to add al? Al can be used noun or adjective. Noun or adjective. I can use this al as prefix with noun and adjective. Okay? Now, I have finished the prefixes that has started with a. Now, dears, I am going to start the prefix that will start with b. be. Only one prefix that will start with b. this B will be used. You know, B has a meaning, but as a prefix, B has no meaning. As another word, B has a meaning. It is a verb. But whenever I will use this BE as prefix, it has no meaning. But it will express a meaning. What type of meaning B can express? B. It will express the meaning of make or become. Make or become. So you can clearly understand that B will express the meaning of a verb. Okay? B is a prefix that can make a verb before using a root word. Just like, look at the board please. Where. I can make this word a verb, beware. Beware. Okay? Little. All of you know that this little is an adjective. You can make it a verb by using the prefix be. What will be the prefix? Be little. Be little. Choto kora. Little choto. Be little choto kora. And I have made verb. Beware. Verb. Little is an adjective. So be is used to make a verb. Be is used to make a verb. Okay? Be will express the meaning of make or become. Another letter words can be given for you. Look at the board please. Fit. Fit. The use of be can make this word a verb. Befit. Okay? Friend. All of you know that this word is a noun. Befriend. Befriend. It is a verb. So, after this discussion, I can say that be is used to make a word to verb. Okay? Now, dears, there is no other prefixes without be that starts with B. Now, sir, C. Dears, C. C-O. C-O. These two letters will be used as prefix. And what type of expression, what type of meaning can this CO express? Please, CO, that means together orthe. I can use CO to express the meaning of together, or jointly, jointly, or songi hua, in company. This CO can express the meaning of these words. CO can be used as a prefix before a root word, and then it can express such type of meaning. How? Look at the board please. A root word is given for you. Operate. O-P-E-R-A-T-E. Operate. It is the root word. If I use CO, cooperate. Cooperate. Okay? And this CO is expressing jointly or in company. This meaning, or together. Cooperate. I can cooperate. That means I can join with you. Okay? Another root word can be given for you. Ordinate. Ordinate. You can write coordinate. Coordinate. Then education. All of you are very much familiar with the word education. You can write co-education. Co-education. So this CO is expressing the meaning of together, joint, or in company. Okay? Now the letter D. The prefixes that are started with the letter D will always express the opposite meaning. It cannot make any noun, it cannot make any adjective, it cannot make any verb or adverb. It can only express the meaning of opposite word, negative meaning. Just look at DE. DE. These two letters will be used as prefix before a root word. Eta root word er age amra ei duita bornoke ব্যবহার করতে পারি এবং এটা ব্যবহার করার পরে what will be the expression? What type of expression DE can express? Look, DE can express the negative expression, negative, or removing something. Removing something, just like removing something. This DE can be used for expressing negative meaning or if you want to remove something. Okay? DE. And DE can be used with which parts of speech? DE can be used with noun or adjective or adverb or verb. D can be used with these four parts of speech and can make the meaning of negative sense or removing something. Just like forestation. Forestation. Okay? If I use deforestation, all of you know that deforestation is the opposite word of forestation and it is expressing the negative meaning. Deforestation is the opposite of forestation and it is also expressing the meaning of removing something. That means we are removing the trees. Okay? Forestation, the opposite, deforestation. Merit is the root word. If I use DE, demerit, okay, it is expressing the opposite meaning of merit. Okay, so DE is used for expressing the negative meaning or removing something. DE can be used before noun, adjective, adverb or verb. Okay? And it will not make a new part of speech. Forestation is a noun. Deforestation is also a noun. DE cannot make a new part of speech. It can only make the opposite meaning. It can express the opposite meaning of the given word. Okay? DE. Dis, D-I-S, D-I-S. This D-I-S can be used as prefix before a root word and it also expresses opposite meaning or discontinue anything. This will express the meaning of not or opposite meaning. This will be used with a root word to express the opposite meaning. দিসটাকে আমি মূল শব্দের সাথে ব্যবহার করব বিপরীত শব্দ তৈরি করতে অথবা নাবোধক শব্দ তৈরি করতে। It cannot express any affirmative meaning. Okay? This will be used with what? This can be used with noun, adjective, verb, or adverb. This can be used with noun, adjective, verb, or adverb. Look at the board, please. Continue. Continue. All of you know that continue is a verb. If I want to make it opposite word or negative word, then what can I do? Discontinue. 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 So this dis is expressing the opposite meaning or negative meaning of the given word. Continue. Okay? Now another word can be given for you. Allow. Allow. The opposite word of allow is disallow. Disallow. Okay? And I think you are clear about the prefixes that has started with the letter A, B, C, and D. Now I am going to give you information about the prefixes which is start with E. E. I am going to give you instruction about prefixes alphabetically. Why? To make it easy for you. With the use of A, I can use A, AL, auto as prefix. With the use of B, I can use only BE as a prefix. With the use of D, I can use DE or DIS as a prefix. It will be helpful to remember. Now, I am going to give you the instruction about the prefixes that starts with E. Look, EN, EN. These two letters will be used. Why? And with which parts piece? Yes. Okay. Sorry, I have finished my time. I will give you the information about E or other prefixes in the next class. Till then, I think all of you will be safe at home. Okay. Thank you very much.